So I want to talk to you about a subject that is difficult to talk about, but one that we really do need to talk about. And that's providing discipline and counseling to students during their clinical rotations. I'm Lynn McComas, and I'm an experienced nurse practitioner and the founder of PreceptorLink. If you precept long enough, there is a good chance that you will have to provide counseling to students who have problematic behaviors or issues that just need to be addressed. And handling difficulties with a student during a clinical rotation can be challenging and stressful, but it really is essential for the preceptor to approach the situation professionally, constructively, and with the best interests of the student, the preceptor, the patients, and the institution. So let's talk about it. First of all, I am a huge believer in laying out the ground rules ahead of time. So help the student prep for success. Gosh, if there's things that drive you crazy, things that are your pet peeves, things that are really important to you or to the clinical site, let the student know that in advance. If you expect them to be there 15 minutes early, or stay the entire shift, or to bring or download certain resources, whatever it is, whatever you really feel like you need to get across to the student, tell them ahead of time so they know your expectations. So here are the steps and best practices for NP student preceptors who are facing issues. First of all, take a self-assessment and document. So before taking any steps, really assess your feelings and your perceptions. Make sure that your concerns are based on objective observations, not just personal biases. Document specific incidences or areas of concern in detail. This can really help a student to understand your exact concerns. And this documentation can be crucial in case there's a need to involve other parties. This documentation should also be shared after a conversation. When you do talk to the student, do it privately, one-on-one. Don't do it in front of a group, and be clear and specific. Outline the behavior that you observed or the performance issues. Try to provide constructive criticism instead of just pointing out problems. Suggest ways for the student to improve. Be empathetic. You got to understand, of course, you know that students can have off days and they have external pressures that can affect their performance. So listen to their side of the story, but you do have to decide when there's no excuses. Try to use non-confrontational statements such as I instead of you. This will help keep students from feeling defensive. For example, I noticed that instead of you always. Other things you can do are set clear expectations and develop a plan of action together with the student. Create a plan to address the areas of concern. Set goals. What should the student achieve by the end of the rotation or by a certain timeline? Others and steps that they can achieve to help reach these goals. Have a timeline. When should they be expected to achieve each step? Provide regular scheduled feedback and check-in to assess progress. And then determine how often the feedback should occur and follow up accordingly. Got to put it on the calendar, Ongoing feedback and regular feedback really is crucial. Take time to praise improvements and address how new or continuing issues, when they come up, address them promptly. This helps the student to understand that you're not just focused on their weaknesses, but that you also appreciate their strengths as well. So when do you involve faculty? Well, sometimes you do have to do that. And if the problem persists, despite any of the interventions that you've made, or if there's serious enough concerns about patient safety or professional behavior, definitely it's time to bring in faculty. So you'll have to make this decision because sometimes it can end a rotation and the student has just failed. So communication, ensure that you communicate your concerns clearly and provide documentation as mentioned. Collaboration. Work collaboratively with the faculty and with the student to decide next steps. The faculty might be able to provide additional resources. They might be able to recommend remediation or suggest other interventions. So as mentioned, document, but do give a chance after you document, keep that on your file, but also share after each conversation. Send a follow-up email or conversation that goes over what you just discussed with the student so that everybody is kept apprised of what is going on, what was said, what takes place next, and what the expectations are. So this can be a tough thing, but together you can help students succeed and grow, and we can help educate the next generation. Thank you for precepting, and let us know if you have any thoughts or experiences or things that you want to share and how you problem solve situations with the students, or if you have a situation that you want to bring up, let us know. Thanks, keep on learning.
Hey, it's Lynn here. I'm the founder of PreceptorLink. Do you want to see more content intended for NPs, APRNs, students, and on the topic of precepting? Then like, follow, and subscribe our YouTube channel, LinkedIn page, and our blog. And if you have a topic you'd like to see addressed, let us know. We're here to support, educate, and learn from each other. Comments are always welcome, but please keep them kind and constructive. Keep on learning with PreceptorLink.